Wagwan people, welcome back. A very big welcome back to you all. It's been
3 months.
it's been 3 months.
Boys were on an extended halftime.
I thought it was more like 2, but
Well, this was supposed to be a halftime, which generally we take a halftime like a month, usually.
yeah, it's
But
usually no more than like 5 weeks.
yes, but this time we had to go on an extended break.
Yeah, a lot's been happening, man. Like
Yeah.
not just around the world, but also like in our personal lives. So,
Facts.
Like I know I've been busy with the gigs and stuff.
I mean, y'all, they already know. They've been seeing mans with DJ Global Hands out
Nah,
here.
bro.
Global things out here.
Nah, and then you've had E taking worldwide trips, so you know. But nah, it was a much needed break, and I think that I don't know. I felt really good coming back.
Yeah,
I felt good.
I know people have been thinking that we have kind of gone MIA, and
Yeah.
but you know we generally for those, I know those who have listened to us from season 1, they're kind of familiar. We tend to take this mid-season break, and as Ivan said, this year, like the summer was very busy for both of us. Like you know, Ivan has his musical talents that he's tapping into, and as we're seeing, we're all reaping the benefits of it. So I don't think anyone could complain. So and you know, on my end, just finishing school as well, trying to get that done.
You need to edit in a round of applause because big man here just got done with the masters, so the price went up.
You see it. Masters E these days, you know, MSE out here.
You heard he's about to be a young money billionaire.
Oh my God!
So
I wish.
No more millionaire, you know.
Speak it into existence.
But huge congratulations to you, bro.
Hey man, appreciate it, man.
We already celebrated accordingly, but
yes, sir.
Just so the people know, he's back.
Back
and his price went up.
We back.
So, congratulations to you for that, bro.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
No doubt. What's? I feel like it's been a good summer.
Oh, it has been a good summer for sure.
For what it could have been, with people holding back on going outside and stuff, it definitely turned out to be a pretty good summer. Like in retrospect, for me, it was pretty damn good, bro.
No, for sure. We got a chance to be outside again, and at least here in the PNW, we had a warmer summer than usual. So lots of sunny days.
There was that crazy heat wave too, right?
Is it really a heat
wave?
Bro,
nah.
In this state, 102 degrees, guys, is a heat wave. So, like, come on.
It hit like 110.
You know, this is what I was saying, especially the Africans who were complaining about the heat wave. We had no right to complain about 102 degrees. Come on.
I wasn't complaining, just for the record.
Come on. Look, we'll give it to people who are from this region.
Never experienced anything like that.
But 102 to 104 degrees, it's not a heat wave. It's hot. It's hot as hell, but it's not a heat wave.
It's different for the region, to say the least. You know.
Also, we used to play football in these weather conditions, bro.
That heat don't make your knees sweat, bro. It's bad. But yeah, man, it's been a good summer. Like
we've been active.
It's been pretty active.
Very busy. Very busy.
Both got vaccinated at the beginning. So it was actually like what, May?
April for me.
April?
By April.
April both.
Yeah, April both.
So
if you haven't gotten vaccinated,
highly encourage it.
Come on. At this point,
Bro, I saw something on Twitter and they were clowning Nicki Minaj because she was like, "Oh, I need to do my research first."
Oh, Nicki needs to do her research?
And somebody was like, "You won't do research for ass shots, but you will for the vaccine." And I was
I'm just saying, shoosh.
It's crazy, man.
Looks like crazy. Dr. Miami should be the one pushing the vaccine out here.
Wait. Scientists don't come and tell me how to do my job. Look, I won't go and tell them how to do theirs.
I guess. So we said it. Everybody wants to be Dr. Fauci before the vaccine was released, and now the anti-vaxxers will find any reason to use as justification of why they should not be vaccinated.
At the same time, still, I do respect that people have their freedoms and choice of freedom. But
Ah,
it's a global pandemic, so
bro, that one, I feel like they're limits, and I feel like that is a limit to me, in my opinion, because you not getting vaccinated, it's a selfish act to me because you're putting others at risk,
yeah,
and you are actually one of the big reasons why we can't return to, being open, being able to, move
any
like
sort
at
of like
least
normal
normal.
course
I
of
know
life. Yeah,
nothing, it will never go back before pandemic, but
yeah,
we want to be like normal, able to travel and,
yeah,
not have to deal with all these COVID restrictions and stuff.
definitely.
Anyway, that's
But speaking of summer, bro, so a lot of people have been calling Essence the song of the summer.
you don't need no other.
What it didn't need no other body.
We don't. It didn't need nobody.
But here's the thing, right? So
Essence has been.
they say it's been the song of the summer,
It's
right?
kind of crazy because the Wizkid album came out when? When did
It was in
come out?
2020.
2020, and
Yeah,
we all
pre-pandemic.
we all listened to Essence then. I'm like, oh, this is a wavy tune, very nice. And I don't know what happened, but like towards the summer this year, all of a sudden it just blew up.
Yeah,
Outside the African diaspora, at least.
and it blew up way before the JB remix.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
that's even the reason he got on it. It's because it blew up.
because it blew up.
But
it blew up about a 6 months ish later after it was released.
yeah,
Globally, at least.
probably even more, honestly. Because if it came out in 2020, right, then we're thinking probably like 8 to 10 months after it was released.
Yeah, probably.
I forget when Essence was released.
Yeah,
you might have to fact check me on that. But
I mean, it was released when the album dropped. Wizkid's album dropped.
Yeah,
made in Lagos.
But one thing, at least I've been hearing from a lot of like the diaspora, is that this song is overplayed. It's outplayed. It's getting out of hand, and it's turning into another fall Joanna. Yeah.
Where all my Africans in the building type.
You know what I'm saying? If like it's turning into one of those, right? So I see both sides of it, right? What do you think about that?
What's my take on it?
Yeah.
In which part exactly? If I'm okay with Essence becoming mainstream default go to, hey, let me, I am aware of African music, let me play Essence type.
How about this? Is it a victory for African music? Are all those tapping into the mainstream and being overplayed? Are those victories?
So if an African, those hits African songs, Afrobeat artists, those hits records of Fall, Joanna, and Essence now being played globally, if that's a victory for who?
For Africans or African music.
Well, okay, I don't think in terms of if we're trying to promote African music, like authentic African music, I'm not gonna say this is a victory, but for actually the artists and giving people awareness to Afrobeats artists like Davido, Wizkid, for their own career advancements, it's a huge thing. You should celebrate that because it's very successful for an African artist, which is usually doesn't happen. These Afrobeats artists to have a global record that's kind of a hit. That we can celebrate.
Okay.
But it kind of, like I said, we don't want people now. What it does now, it's almost gonna lead to some sort of generalization again of, oh, you're from Africa, yeah, oh yeah, great, oh man, that record Essence really good, is it really representative again?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think my take though, I would say it's a victory. All in all, it's a victory. I think.
But what does that mean to you though? Like it being a victory, what does that mean to you? Do you like that? Do you not like that? Do you wish it went a different way? Like, what do you?
I like it as a victory because even though a record like Essence is not authentic African music, right?
What do you mean by authentic?
Like, it's more. It's not like as a tune, right? If we're even looking at just Afrobeats to the core, right? It's not like no Ajua Legba or,
So are you saying there's not as many African instruments?
It's basically, yes. The instrumental. It's basically a good song from two African artists.
Okay.
It's the actual song, very in terms of its like how authentic it is or traditional as an African music, if it was like a Ojua Legba that blew up like this, I'm like, hey man, it don't get more, But Essence, to be honest, it's like it's like an R&B song by an African artist, by two African artists. I feel like that sound actually, it's more towards an R&B than I would even call that Afrobeats. So, and that's what I'm saying. It's yes, it's a victory for those artists being able to, have these big hit records. But the actual song itself of essence, it's more R&B than it is for me Afrobeats.
Okay, I can hear that take. I think for me, it's more than, I guess
The
it's
album
showing
came out
that
in
that
October 30, by the way,
October
2020.
30th.
2020, yeah.
So that's like 8 months. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, till it blew up. I think the record itself it's not like you said, a traditional African song, but it definitely shows the versatility within the scene, right? Because it's like, also we don't really want to be confined into this space of like, you guys make African music and that's all you should make. So
Agreed.
so it's like, by them even making a record like that, it's showing that, there's a lot more to offer than just like, the stereotypical, come and we play you like the, what's that instrument you guys have, the
The
kora,
Cora type, okay.
it's like, it's showing that we have
Classical.
like
We
different
there's
side.
range now. You
So
can
there's a lot of
incorporate
range.
pop or R&B or different genres into
Yeah.
a sound.
Yeah. So for that reason, I think it's dope, right?
It's dope for non-Africans.
Even for Africans, though.
Yes, but I'm saying in terms of who appreciates it more, in a sense, right? Because it ties to now when you say is when this evolves and you bring in Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say most Africans were happy that Justin Bieber was added to the track?
No. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying then. Because you see, for me, right?
I don't think he needed to be in that remix. We could have
didn't
kept
need no
JB
other
out
buddy.
of that one.
For me, okay, when I first heard the song, I was like, nah, dub that, bro. It just sounded like really unauthentic, because it's like he didn't know how to gel with the beat.
Even
right?
like, guys like Chris Brown, they'll try, and at least, Tiger and Easy got a good record.
Yeah.
Like they at least somehow understand what, Afrobeats about and trying to incorporate their sound into it.
It still feels forced though.
But this is very forced.
Yeah, and the JB one, like, now on the artist front, that's a huge victory.
Because
like,
market.
Love that for Wizkid. Love that for Thames, especially. Like, keep going. Legendary Beats was the producer. Like, love that for them, right? But it just it wasn't giving for non-Africans.
No,
right?
no. Come on.
For Africans, sorry. It wasn't giving.
It was not.
It wasn't giving. So I hear what you're saying on that.
And like I said, for Wizkid, happy for him, Hey man, power to you. Look at how far you've gone, break those doors. But like I said too, there's always what's the cost of this? I feel like there's a generalization cost of our music. Of now, we all had gotten tired of where my Africans at, and then you play fall or you play Joanna.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this just a trend we're gonna have to accept whenever our artists have any record that goes up globally? That's just gonna be used as a staple here, if for it by DJs, and you should give us that perspective as a DJ, even that when my Africans in the building, or if you're trying to show as a DJ that you kind of have range or understanding of African music, you go and play Essence or Fall.
Well, I was listening to actually a DJ in New York talk about this, and whenever you're kind of trying to break a new genre into the scene, you kind of need those, right? Because like in the 90s, you think about dancehall, right? It was slowly broken in, and then before you know it, Shabba Ranks, Super Cat.
Yeah, and Sean Paul, all these guys eventually came in.
Right. They're breaking down the doors, right? And then Sean Paul comes around, global superstar.
Of course.
Right? And so basically what he was trying to say is like, you need Afrobeats to do that. You need those records that are going to like slowly pull people over, right? It's huge for Essence, because hell yeah, I want Wizkid or Burna or Davido or Adekunle Gold or Diamond Platinums. I want them to be the next Sean Paul, where you go to Thailand and they're playing one of their records. So for me, like, from my perspective as a DJ,
it's a good
it's a great thing.
it's a good starter.
Yeah.
It's a starter pack. So
It's a good,
that's what it is.
It's a great starter pack.
Let me-
And it hurts me that that's the song because it's such a great record, bro.
But here's the thing, though. Yes, we can have, but it goes down to my point. Is Essence really an Afrobeats or an African type of sound? It's not. Yes, you're right. It shows that how our artists have range. You can be you can be versatile and all. But Essence, it's more of a pop R&B-ish song or sound than it is if you want to even say Afrobeat. I don't hear Afrobeat in that song.
Okay, I hear that, but
so then what's the point then? Then all of a sudden it's people, if this is what they're using as starter packs or DJs are using to introduce people to African music, but the sound is not really representative of African music, then what is that? How is that pushing the actual music forward?
Well, at least the seed is planted and you still have the artist as the front there, because now people are gonna see Wizkid and be like, oh yeah, actually I recognize him from One Dance with Drake. Or
again, you named another record, One Dance from Drake. Come Closer. These are not African songs.
Come Closer definitely is, bro. It is.
Well, guys, we'll need to hear it. We'll need to see what people think. Is Come Closer more of an R&B pop song than an Afrobeat song? I'm pretty sure it's, well, from my take is, I think Come Closer is more of an R&B and pop song than an Afrobeat song.
We'll see, bro. We'll see what the people say. But
maybe I'll give Joanna a yes. I'll give Fall yes-ish, but
Fall for sure.
The Wizkid records, bro, his big hits have not been what we know as an Afrobeat sound.
But you don't see that as a good thing? I see it as a great thing.
What? How is that? How? No,
you're taking the sound and changing it for the better. Because we can't just stay stuck in our traditional sounds and keep that forever. Like we still have.
I'm not saying traditional. I'm not saying we play drums and stuff and in the Cora and I'm not saying that, but our music is very complex and is very, very diverse.
And bro, but that's one.
It's not we're even just focusing on Afrobeat, which is largely coming from Nigeria, Ghana-ish, West Africa,
The sound is changing anyways.
We have piano growing. We have South Africa. Piano is making moves.
Piano, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They sounds vary and
but I'm a piano. Like South Africans are so protective of their sound.
Please let the Nigerians stay away from the piano songs. South
Africans are so protective of their sound, and I love that because they control the entirety of what people get to hear, and they decide what's dope.
But this is what's not happening. In essence, this is not what's happening here. I'm here to play off words here. Okay. In essence of Afrobeats.
So you're saying we're kind of losing.
Yes, we're allowing you now. Once you do that, it's almost when you don't have regulation or you don't have kind of that control. Now, when because you have an African artist has a good record that most likely it doesn't tend to sound more of an African or traditional Afrobeats or and then they go and get a US pop superstar who's gonna actually take the sound farther away from the actual Afrobeats, then it's only benefit the artist.
Heard you. Okay.
But it doesn't benefit the music from back home.
I hear what you're saying.
So I feel like we have to be careful with this. Okay. If I see Ojuelegba or, a traditional, more of those traditional songs like, that I'm seeing like blew up, gone global, I'm like, hey man, can't beat this. This is as traditional as it gets. But think of it and think of how this does to the new generation of artists. Look at the Remats. Look at a lot of these new artists. Their sound too now, it's shifting more away from the Afrobeats.
So what will market to outside of?
Yes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So we have to be careful though. Soon.
What do you think about? So Seattle tickets were like $140 for
Wizkid's coming to Seattle. When is he coming again?
I forget the date.
Anyway, he's coming to Seattle and his tickets are $140.
Yeah. Do you think people won't... Okay, one thing.
People are going to hear Essence.
Do you know if people will know his old records?
No, hell no.
And then two, do you think the ticket prices are that high if Essence or Made in
They're
Lagos didn't
going
drop.
to hear only Essence and maybe Soko and his global hit records. You think if he plays Pakuromo, how many people gonna be singing that here in Seattle? So it's
I hope so. I hope
who
people. I
I
hope
am not.
people are doing that.
To be honest, like I'm saying, I'm not paying $140 to go see Wizkid. With all due respect,
And that might also be a factor of the pandemic, though, because
I don't
pandemic
think
affected everything. So
I don't think in other cities he's charging that much. But like I said, this US tour and what Essence, it's created a lot of new Wizkid listeners, new fans for him. Great for him. But to be honest, I'm not going to Wizkid concert to hear Essence.
So what are you going for?
If I would go, like I want him to go take it back to the old days. You know?
This guy sounds like an old head, bro. You
I
stuck
guess
in
I'm
the
like
past,
those
bro.
old heads, stuck in the past, unwilling to change. Look,
Nah,
I'm happy
but
for Wizkid. Do your thing, but I'm sorry, like because
I'm super happy for him.
yeah,
and everyone in that space.
hey,
Really.
power to them. We all want the African artists to keep growing and become as big as they can get. But I'm saying this selfishly. Selfishly, for me, if this kid's coming to Seattle, like I said, and I'm trying to like really enjoy as a day one Wizkid fan, I don't think he's catering for day one Wizkid fans when he comes to Seattle.
So are you kind of against, and do you think most Africans are against kind of like hit records becoming collabs with like American or British artists?
If Africans are against it,
Yeah.
I mean, we tend to complain a lot about it. So it depends on who it is and what the record type is.
I think in the US they do a lot, but not in
the
the
UK rappers, because most of them are African.
Yeah,
Well,
African
UK
or
artists
Caribbean.
or Caribbean, they understand the sound. But this is a reach, man. Some of these guys that they do, like, you're just trying to, get a new market or grow numbers with artists who don't really.
There's one record that I'll never forget that I just was not a fan of, and it was like "Finds Me" with Davido and Meek Mill. Do you remember that one?
I don't even know. I probably saw Davido and Meek Mill and say, I'll skip.
Man, again,
it's forced.
Love Davido.
It's forced.
But that record didn't sit well with me. Like, it didn't sit well. I don't even know what.
Like I said, I don't think that's the strategy they should take. If you want to come into the US market and grow, I feel like they shouldn't just try and force and find these rappers or these big names and just throw them into any song in hopes of thinking, oh, this will give me more of a presence in the US market. I just don't like it. I guess that's their own marketing strategy for the artist, and maybe it's effective. But for me, selfishly, I don't like it. I don't want to see Essence with Thames. It was good as it was. He did not. Did you really want to add Justin Bieber to it?
So what would you say then? Because a lot of art also wants validation, right? And so a lot of validation
let them
comes.
Promote it. Let Justin Bieber invite Wizkid and
No.
Temi do
What I'm
their
saying
concert.
is validation comes from places like the Grammys and stuff, right?
Forget that.
So Burna Boy's album Twice as Tall just won the Grammy, right? Did you like that one better than African?
Hell no, African Giants was 3 times better than that.
See, right? But a lot of that validation comes when you're in spaces that allow you or allow your art to even be seen, right? So do you think that they should just always stick to like the authenticity? Or if someone's after the validation and they want a Grammy or they want a mobile or something, like they should also tailor their art to more address those critics? Do you think, what do you think about that?
You shouldn't make your music to address anybody or for any validation besides your core fans and where you're from and, making those people proud. That's what I think. But hey, if getting a Grammy or making music that will be Grammy worthy and getting those international recognition is what you strive for, yes, then you probably need to. I don't think you need to, because like I said, look who won the Grammy the year that, that Burna Boy didn't win African Giant for. It's as authentic as it gets.
Kidjo,
yes, it's as authentic as it gets.
Yeah.
So to each their own, but I'm not a fan of it. I just don't think you should.
Also, the Grammys needs to switch it up too, because that was what the world category, right?
They just give it.
So it's lumped in with so many other things.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, they might need to switch that up.
They might need to, but you know, like Essence is not gonna with Essence win you a Grammy. Because to be honest too, like these Grammys, like they actually try and look into how authentic it is the sound of where you're actually from too.
Mm.
So like this is why Wizkid, how many Grammy nominations has Wizkid have besides the one? Did he even get the one with Drake? I don't
Which
think.
one is that? For One Dance?
Yeah, did he get a Grammy nomination for that?
I don't know. I know he got nominated with Beyonce, no?
Okay, for the Lion King one, but you know what I'm saying.
It still counts.
Yeah, kind of ish, but I'm saying if you're making records like SN, Soko, these big global records, I'm sorry, they're not gonna give you a Grammy. That's just how usually it goes. I think. I don't know if my take is right here, but
let me take a look.
You know, I think a Davido is closer to a Grammy than Wizkid is.
Why?
Because the Davido's music is more consistent with an Afrobeat sound than Wizkid. Wizkid tends to go more now. I mean, his last album, bro, that's more of an R&B album.
Which one?
This one that just came out, Made in Lagos. That's an R&B album, bro. That is not an Afrobeat album, in my opinion.
I don't know about that, bro. Okay, how's this? Made in Lagos or African Giant?
African Giant, by far.
Why?
That's a better album, bro. Like I said, African. We're talking about as an Afrobeat or African artist, African music, West African music, Nigerian music. Put it all in there. It's African Giant.
So you think African Giant's a better album
than Made in Lagos?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Okay. You don't think so?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. And you know I'm the biggest Burna fan in the world, right? The production on Made in Lagos is unlike anything we've seen before. Every single record on there is a class act,
bro,
and all the features were spot on, and that's why Essence was able to even get to the level it did, was because of that production. So for me, I'm the biggest. You're giving credit to
production versus actual music.
No, even Wizkid himself, he switched it up. He wasn't doing the normal Wizzy. Like he switched up his, maybe not switched up, but he developed his style, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he grew and
it was very authentic, bro. I gotta give it to Made in Lagos, bro.
It's a good album. It's a good R&B album with African fusion to it. But you know, that, I don't think you
can't say that, bro.
Give me Dangote, my money. That's an African album. That's an Afrobeat artist. That's a Nigerian album. But I'm telling you, fam, you know, I like Made in Lagos, great album. Start to end, like you said, amazing production. Great sound. Wizkid has shown some sort of, like he has a lot of range. It's showing growth in his sound, how it's evolving a little bit. Kudos. But if we're saying Afrobeats, African music, Nigerian music, and you say, here's African Giant, here's Made in Lagos, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm not choosing Made in Lagos. That's an R&B album.
Now, okay, African Giant probably has more club bangers, right? But it's not a good a project that's Made in Lagos, bro.
We will have to see what people think about this, because I don't know. I think Ivan, this one.
Anyway, I'm putting two queens against each other, bro. I can't do that. Those albums are both going down in history as.
There's a good argument for Africa, the Made in Lagos and Davido's album that just came out, A Better Time.
Stop it. But that album too, it gets better with time.
And if we're judging it from the perspective of an African, an album for Africans, African music, Afrobeats, Nigerian music. Here's Made in Lagos. Here's A Better Time. A good argument can be made for A Better Time. So if I'm judging it from that lens, if I'm judging it for Africans, right? Which one is a better album? A Better Time. A Better Time,
bro. Anyway, Tyler the Creator said something interesting in his interview with The Breakfast Club.
What did he say?
And he said people listen to music for different things. So while you might listen to, the melodies, or listen to kind of how maybe the percussion sounds or whatever, I might be listening for lyrics. And so we'll never agree on what's better.
This kid has not been a great lyrically recently, to be honest. If you want to talk about lyrics.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying. we listen for different things.
No, I mean, yeah, for sure.
And Made in Lagos is probably one of the best projects out in the past 5 years. 10 years even.
But yeah, it's a good R&B album.
10
Very
years
good
even.
R&B album from an African
You will get
artist.
flogged, bro.
You
Like,
know,
let me leave this 10, bro.
all right. Well, we'll see, guys. Let
We'll
us
see.
know.
We'll leave a poll and then you guys
We'll put
let
a
us
poll
know.
here. I want to see if we're, like I said too, we're not just saying if we're looking at a lens for Africans, right? Which one's a better album, A Better Time, or Made in Lagos? I would like to see what the response.
So you're not gonna put African Giant and Made in Lagos?
African Giant and Made in Lagos?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do those too.
We'll have to compare the four.
Yeah.
Well, 3.
We'll put a Made in Lagos and compare it to African Giant and compare it to A Better Time.
Okay.
And see how it goes.
That's fair. Because I think I'm gonna win that one, bro.
We'll see.
Anyway, today's pioneer of the day was actually a pretty recent pioneer, no?
Yeah.
Fuse ODG is the pioneer of the day.
The OG.
From Ghana. Was he born in Ghana or was he born in
No, he was born in South London.
South London.
Wow. From the ends.
From the roads. But shout out to Fuse ODG. He's our pioneer of the day. Yeah, he's basically responsible for the Afrofusion and Afropop boom.
Yes.
In 2013.
Yeah, it's probably earlier than that, 2011, 2012.
Yeah, around there. Azonto, Antenna, like
the challenge,
I remember the one on the train.
The train, yep.
Everybody remembers those videos if you've been listening to Afrobeats for a long time. So he's a young guy now. He's 32 still. Yeah, he's 32.
Wow.
And bro, like to have that as part of your legacy, basically solely being, not solely, but a huge part of the whole sound going to what it is now.
And I always look at it, guys like Fuse, by creating a challenge and putting it on YouTube, they right when social media was booming and kicking off, right?
Yeah.
They gave African music or Afrobeats a platform to ride along that boom of social media, right? Because, here's these challenges, it's an Anden challenge, and they're putting it on YouTube, and it's getting views. That's an African sound, and creates an azonto challenge. And then you have other, people now get hooked, and it almost created this wave, right, of this new generation, or in this new, I don't want to call it a rebirth, but essentially, like, African music became it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gained popularity.
It was refreshed into the mainstream.
Yeah, through social media.
And I don't even know if that's foresight on his part.
Nah, he didn't. I don't think he knew. Well, I don't know. Unless we sit down and interview him.
Yeah, we should. But like him being a young man and just being like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this shot just because, and I'm gonna express myself this way." But look at like what it's said.
Ghana man, Chale man. Look at what you've done.
So, Fuse ODG man.
Salute to Fuse.
He's still doing his thing. Like he's done collabs with Ed Sheeran, Major Lazer.
Oh, for sure.
Wyclef Jean, like to name a few, So the man has done his thing, and
at 32 years young, he's accomplished a lot.
A lot. Shout out to Fuse ODG. He's our pioneer today, and really the whole London scene for
UK
pushing the sound.
You know me? Another shameless plug. Shout out to J Hus.
Come on.
And Pasali.
Pasali, bro.
Come on.
They lit, bro.
His EP is coming out. African Rebel.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
And for me, shout out to Double S. He's one of the originals in the grime scene. And what's his name? Unknown T.
Unknown T is nice.
Yeah,
he's
Ugandan
nice
too, bro.
Oh, he's Ugandan?
Yeah. Yo, I just found this out.
Unknown T is Ugandan? Oh, that's mad props, man. That's a W.
It's fire.
Did you listen to his Color show where he does Godums on Colors?
Yeah, that's right.
Wavy.
I just found out that he's Ugandan,
really
so, yeah.
Fire. Shout out to Unknown T.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, guys, kind of brings us to the end of this discussion. We covered kind of a lot of different, I don't know what you want to call them, feelings or opinions.
Yeah, let us know how you feel about the essence. Are we gatekeeping essence or not?
Are we? I don't know. You guys let us know.
Is it okay to just allow Justin Bieber to get on this record? It is what it is.
I love the record. I think people need to keep listening to it.
I'm a little bit getting tired of hearing it anymore, but it is what it is.
It's just the beginning, bro. You're gonna keep hearing it. Where were we at? Look, Lady Luck.
Yeah, they were playing it, again.
It was all hip hop all night.
Here's the thing, Ivan. This is my last before we head out here.
Okay.
I do not want DJs, especially I'm speaking to you because you can maybe, is there a DJ group list that you can email them?
Hello,
Playing
good group.
Essence, like I'm saying, it's an easy cop out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we'll be happy. Oh, yes, you're playing Afrobeat music, but DJs put it like as if an African man is about to just carry them and give them a pat on the head, just hug them and say thank you, or you've made us so happy by playing Essence.
Mm-hmm.
You are like, no, bruh. Like,
so what are you trying to say?
it's not an easy. It's the whole thing of we're getting tired of where all my Africans at, and you go and play Essence for us. You go and play Fall for us.
Okay. Well, here's the.
It is not. I don't find that impressive.
Mm-hmm.
If a DJ thinks that playing Essence is gonna satisfy me because I'm just from Africa.
Okay.
Talk to them more.
Here's my paradox, right? And shout out to DJ Naram for this one, by the way, because
the OG.
He really influenced the way I view my DJing, and he always said, "I'm of the impression that good music is what you should play, right? Not what's popping or what's hot or what's relevant, right?"
Okay.
A paradox for me is I try to mirror that, right? I try to play what I think is good music and not what is just popular, because I want people to know more good music, right? But Essence is just such a good record.
That's popular.
That's also popular. That it's kind of inevitable that people are gonna play that.
I mean, yeah, they can play it, but like I said, you ain't getting no points from me as a DJ if you play Essence. That's all I'm saying.
Heard you, bro. But I think we better wrap this one up. We're going over time.
So, guys, like I said, we're back.
Yeah.
We're about to finish the season strong, guys. Yeah. Consistent.
And then dip out for spiritual cleansing.
Guys, this December period, me and Ivan weekly or monthly or yearly. Spiritual cleansing back to the motherland.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll be more consistent till then.
Yeah, guys.
But until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because we're now YouTubers. So
we are not YouTubers.
peace out.
All right, fam.